Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. So we have recently just had an update on old Palworld. The new patch has gone through, so we'll discuss that real quick before we get into the rest of today's video. But they have cut the meteor supply drop distance and meteor supply drop. I'm sure that's a mistranslation. Apparently it's the timer. I'm not sure if that's the case though. We will be seeing about that because it says distance. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be something else. I don't know. We'll see what it is. It was at like 180. I'm not sure what that means, but we'll see. Well, I can say that has happened, so we'll give it a timer and see where we're at right now. Really don't need her anymore, so we'll just kill her and take the meteorite and be on our merry way. Now, apparently they had done something with explosives as well, to where if they're not like within certain ranges or something, I don't know, that seems to be working fine. It is lagging like crazy right now. Oh my god. Okay, so we just got done with the first one and we're putting down another one. Okay, well, if that says anything about what's going on with that, the fact that you can cut it down to a minute is absurd. Again, this isn't really something that was, I mean, it's nice to have this, but at the same time, I'd really like them to kind of focus in on the whole situation with the Xbox Series X people in the dungeons and getting them more stabilized. But yeah, so you can turn down the supply drops to a minute. So that distance is clearly a typo. There's another one. I'm gonna have to go back into my settings and cut that back up, because that's gonna be wild if there's this many. Well, yeah, if you need your other stuff, then there you go. Jesus, I'm gonna have to keep that on when we start live streaming today. That is funny. So another thing that they did was they did something more or less to where it will tell you that pathing can't be reached for some reason. That's why you see all these notifications up here, but even hold on, let's fix this before this gets out of hand like it already didn't. So yeah, that meteor distance is definitely a typo. I'm gonna turn this up to once every hour just so it's not bothering us too much. But hey, you can get your elixirs pretty quickly with that if you have the option to do so. Well, this is interesting to say the least. Do not close your game in the middle of a meteor drop, because this will happen now. Wait a minute, what? Hold on, I'm hearing it at the screen. Yeah, hold on, let me restart the game. For the love of God, don't close your game in the middle of a meteor dropping or a supply drop. I imagine it will do the same thing. Okay, it appears that we're good. So if that does happen, just know to save and quit and then restart the game and you're good. Someone had mentioned in some of the comments as well that the placement of these, the double placement was hot patch. This is not the case. It is very finicky for you guys who don't know, so it is something that you gotta kind of put a little bit of effort into as far as trying to figure out the right spot to put it in, and I know that some people have trouble with that. Other than that, you guys are probably wondering about this place. We had just put this up the other day on stream. Took us quite a while to get everything situated and all this stuff up, but nonetheless, this is going to be our now primary cake farming area. So we have one Yormantide Ignis out right now. We do currently have 2 of the Orzics out specifically for power and for the oil rigs, because I didn't want to lose that, so we kind of built around them. Worked out fine. We did do 3 stories to this at first, but we decided to redo and recondense and make everything down. We have about 8 berry plots, 20 wheat, 20 tomato, and 20 lettuce. And we do have these ranches over here that we will be filling up within the coming days. And we have 20 slots saved back specifically for that. Right now we do have 30 slots filled up. We do have 50 beds, so the potential is there. But we have 3 Frost Stallions, 7 Lilines, Yormantide Ignis, oh, my bad, 4 Frost Stallions, We do have a shroomer over here for sanity purposes, just in case. Not really seen too many of the planters like lose their mind and go to sleep or anything, but maybe the Yormantide Ignis might do it after he gets a bunch of cake that he has to do. So we'll see how that works out. And we will be fixing a better version of the shroomer as well. 3 Yormantides regulars and then 2 Frost Stallion Nox with 5 Lulus and 5 Hell Zephyrs. Now, most of these guys are maxed out. If they're not, then they are definitely running full speed perks on them. The Lulus are just there. Nothing really has anything too special on them, just making sure that I don't have negative work traits on them. But both of the Frost Stallions are already maxed out with work stuff on them. Same goes with most of the Yormantides. There's one that isn't yet. Shermanok isn't maxed out. Neither are any of the Frost Stallions, but all the Lilines are maxed out except for their souls, because these were from old builds. I did have like 11 saved back from previous videos and testing for gold methods and everything. And then the 2 Orziks are still running this whole thing with only 10 souls into them, not maxed out with full work traits. So we do plan on doing some rebreeding for a lot of the stuff that is going on into the world right now. A lot of things have changed since the update as well. Apparently work speed stuff now actually affects ranching pals, and I can pretty much confirm this due to quite a few people in the Discord that I wholeheartedly trust to give me the correct information on that. They can confirm that it is working that way. So we decided to take an old build that I had of a chicken as well with work speed stuff. Luckily I had one. I thought I did because I did it like a long time ago before it was confirmed or not that that was actually a thing. And also from prior testing when I did my 634 chickens that we did right there in the bottom right hand corner. So the Tansy and Anubis are working on cows. The Shroomer and Hangya are working on new bee guards, and we got chickens. So that's going to be our farming for that matter. This is just a little side project that I got going. I was wondering maybe if the situation had maybe been the same for the Gale Claw or something to that degree, to where maybe work speed or movement speed stuff could be able to be transferred over and it would actually work. Sadly, this is not the case, so it still only works with the partner skill. So we started to just upgrade that after we started breeding. So other than that, we do have our 20 Sherman Nox, all with work speed traits and everything, and we got 2 more to finish up, so we're very close to finishing that up. I'll probably finish that up today, but I decided to go ahead and put out a quick video. If you guys didn't know, or maybe you do and you're just not over there, that's fine. That's all good. We have been streaming this every day over at Pope You and the Pope at twitch.tv. So if you guys want to come over there, ask me any questions by any means, or you want me to show you something to make sure that I'm legit or whatever, whenever it comes to any of this stuff. I am on Xbox, so but yeah, we've been streaming it and we're going to get some more building stuff going on. So I've been kind of preoccupied with that, with the new buildings that we have gotten up. We have already talked about in previous with the breeding base, but the sushi base, as I am deeming it, has also been built and put up as well. And I'm trying to keep incorporated with any of the oils that I have to just kind of have them on the lower floor and out of the way, and then have a second floor leading up with the breeding farms. And luckily this one's not any different. So as you can see, sushi farm for Doom Mud, and then Doom Mud chowder, which is like we discussed before, the same ingredients as salad, just plus Doom Mud meat, and then you get a 50% increase with work speed on the Doom Mud. And like I had showed you before, we got the cake factory underway. Once we get those ranching pals, we will be putting them in here. Plan on doing, I think I estimated it to be 8 chickens, 7 cows, and 5 bee guards is what I think I'm going to be putting up there. So we will have a full 20, and after that, I think we'll be good. With the 5 Hell Zephyrs with speed on them, they keep stuff pretty clean. I know Nocklum picks up more, and he's not too bad with speed, but I already have these guys up, so why not use them? And it seems like specifically for the ranches and the plantations, it's better to use the Hell Zephyrs in my opinion, because it's single items usually. Of course, with some of the food items, they are in stacks, but usually with the Hell Zephyr, it's enough that they could pick up in that stack that it doesn't really negate having to pick up too much. So they've kept stuff pretty clean. The production over here is actually pretty crazy. We just made, right when I got on here, we put up another 2,370 flour, and we're already back up to 1,000 with the wheat because we maxed it out. So If that tells you anything, that was literally like maybe less than 20 minutes. And when it comes to the salad, like we're already into the 10,000s since we've had this up yesterday, or over 10,000. So we're looking good. Might add another stack of berries because it seems like they're not being made as quickly. But we might end up doing another 4 stack of berries. We also might reduce some of those plantations, but we decided to kind of max it out to see what kind of stuff that we can get out of it. The berries are coming, but it seems like they're concentrating on front leveled stuff rather than the back leveled stuff, which the good thing is that with being able to move all this stuff around, I'm slowly but surely gaining more room in other areas. This area, not so much, but someone had given me the idea as well to do kind of the same concept with the cake making factory and food distribution, I guess, more or less, is to actually do a full-on mining building as well. That will probably be underway, considering that I got all the Ashtagons working on quartz right now up here at the quartz base, and they produce a lot. So I actually had to pull all of my Ashtagons from the stone because I was at about 2 million stone. And as it sits right now, I am still at 1.2 million. So we're trying to make this all into stuff before we end up switching over. And we do plan on making some Frost Stallion work-related ones for the refrigerated crusher. But because we moved out all of the cake making stuff, we were able to open up this back half and move the auto butcher back a little bit and give us a little bit more of open room over here to be able to put down maybe some more storage or whatever if we're trying to do so. It was feeling a bit cramped over here. And then at the old base, or the original main base, we did manage to take out a lot of the cookers, and with the ability to take with us with the new idea of doing a mining facility, then we can actually take a lot of this stuff out and have a lot more room to put down a couple more of the workbenches and so on and so forth. We might actually make the other spot as well with workbenches and possibly have this just as a sphere making area and storage as well. And we're going to keep these ranch pals going over here as well, because these are just product ranching except for the bee guards that are there, but basically turn this into a production or a material ranching area. So keep those up and then put a couple more pals out there, maybe get some work speed ones out there as well. That is the idea. Little update as well as far as me getting all of the legendary blueprints. We have gotten all except for one, the massively elusive quad launcher. I know some people have gotten it out there, so I can confirm it does exist, but I have yet to get it. And as far as armor, I've only gotten purple with the main thing, and I did end up getting the purple guided missile launcher, the quad launcher, so that was actually nice to get. At least we got one right under what we need, and the only helmet that I've gotten is a green. So one thing that somebody had mentioned while we were talking over Discord and given in the patch notes, they had said something about the oil rigs damage being reduced on, I guess, the people that are in there, weapon damage reduced. But in turn, I think that they also may have accidentally, this could be something that was accidentally done because it wasn't mentioned in the patch notes. Specifically, the explosive radius or something like that is not as great as it once was. So I'm going to check this out and see what they were talking about, because again, this is just a discussion. And why is there a cautious PDF office? What is he doing here? So they've got a guy who greets you now they got a guy that greets you now. That's cute. Make sure that I have everything before I go over there. I think it was more or less something about the direct line of sight, some of this, so maybe you just can't shoot him from underneath the floor anymore. We'll see. It might be the case. Which that's fine if they fix that, because you could literally shoot everybody through walls. So not exactly the greatest. Again, it probably is just involved with the ones that, like, you can't really shoot them through walls anymore, I don't think. Yeah, that's what they fixed. Okay, that makes sense. Ooh, that's not good. Now I have an invincible Toko here because I can't hit him. There, all right, he popped out just enough. That's no bueno. They shouldn't have did that. But yeah, it seems like the explosive radius is still the same. I don't see too much wrong with that. It doesn't seem like it. Oh, So unless you direct hit, that's not cool. That's a little lame. But even with the railings, they're protected. So that's kind of, I mean, I understand the floors, but I think the coating's in with the railing as well. That's kind of ridiculous. So they're like overly protected by rails now. So there's no backblast or rounding backblast to kill them. That's not cool. Yeah, that's what's been going on in my neck of the woods. We will be putting a video out on the Shroomer Nox and the Shroomers themselves. Like I said, we got a combat version for each one. And then we also have the sanity depletion test that we're going to be working on that and see how we go about with that. Nonetheless, if you guys enjoyed this video, drop me a like. If you guys enjoy my content, drop a sub. And write down in the comments below what you think about this little in-between update. Some things good, some things not so good. And as always, keep your willy washed. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.